Hey guys, Super Ninja 9 here with final trio start thing with the starters from Kanto. We finally get the Bulbasaur. And what the heck was that ad? HBO Max? No, get off my screen. Now, Bulbasaur is actually a pretty good Pokemon in all these regions. Possibly. I don't know. We had to see the gym leaders for that. But no. In Kanto, good against the first two gym leaders because, grass type. Duh. Actually no, resists electric, so goes neutral in a way, but actually doesn't go neutral. You can just sit in there and do nothing. Erica, if you have a poison type move, you can go completely good against her. But if you don't have a poison move, then you just resist all her moves, so you're good. Koga, you can go neutral with, but I wouldn't recommend it in the Generation 1 games. Sabrina, I would not bring Venusaur or Ivysaur or Bulbasaur near her, so keep them in the back. Same thing with Blaine. And Giovanni. Careful with the Nidoking and Nidoqueen, that's all I'm going to say. The rest is easy. Now we go to Kanto region in Gen 2. It's basically the same thing up until Blue, where, surprise, Venusaur is only good against two Mons, but even then, one of those Mons you have to be careful with, so be careful. Johto does not go so well with Bulbasaur against Faulkner. Bugsy, since you're poison typing, you can at least not get O-code, but be careful. Whitney gives a hard time to anyone, and I mean anyone, so just be careful. Morty, go neutral with, just be careful. Chuck, you can easily beat with that nice grass typing you have. Let's see other than that. Jasmine. Well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do something. Jasmine, you're good against her Steelix and you resist Magnemite's electric type moves. So, yeah. Pierce, you have to be careful with the ice typing, and I just built something. Not fun. Obviously, didn't get my phone and my Switch. Just be careful with the ice typing, but even then, you're fine. Claire, I wouldn't recommend going against with Venusaur at all because, Dragon. Yeah. Let's see, we move on to Generation 3. And Roxanne, like I said before with Brock, and what I'm going to say with Rourke's, once we get to him, beat because of the typing. Brawly, you'll go neutral with because, you're fighting. You'll resist almost every single of his moves. Just be careful of meta champs in the gym. Watson, you've just gotta be careful. Actually, yeah, you gotta be careful of steel type moves, but other than that, you're perfectly fine. Finally, keep Venusaur in the Pokeball. Norman, just be careful of the normal type moves. Winona, keep Venusaur in the Pokeball. Titanizer, yeah, you have Razor Leaf, but I wouldn't recommend it. And Wallace, just be careful with the he doesn't have Gyarados in that version. Never mind, just go all out with Wallace. He can easily beat her. Him. Looks like a girl, I'm sorry, y'all. It's basically the same thing up here. One, just be careful with the King Trip. That's all. Good. You can easily take out Gardenia with a poison move if you have one. Maylene, you'll go neutral with if you just gotta be careful with that. Crash Awake, be careful with the Gyarados. Other than that, you can somewhat go easy. You can somewhat beat him. Fantina, just be careful with the Drift Blim. Byron, just be careful with the Steel typings. Candice, keep Venusaur out, even though there's a Snoover and an Bulbasaur. But like I said, keep Venusaur out of that battle. Volkner, you can easily take on because, you resist electric. Like for Generation... Generation 3. Like I said in Gen 5 and Gen 6, we skipped the first gym leader and we move on to the second one. Go even with Lenora. Burke, you gotta be careful with, but you can go even with him. Elisa can beat her, just gotta be careful with the Emolgas. Clay is a ground type user. Yeah, we all know who's gonna win that fight. Skyla, keep Venusaur in the Pokeball. Same thing with Bryson. Can't stress hard enough. And Drayden, wouldn't recommend, but you can go against him with poison moves, but be careful. He is a Dragon Gym Leader. Same thing with Iris, so let's just skip the generation. This goes neutral with, just be careful. Poison's not very effective against Ivysaur at that point in time. Berg, be careful. If you don't have a poison type move, just be careful. Elisa removed one of her Emolga, so you can somewhat easily go through it. Actually, no, you can go through it because Emolga does no longer have Aerial Ace, so woohoo! Clay, easily beat. Scala, keeping the Pokeball. Drayden has a Flygon in this version, so you can somewhat go to beat him. And then Marlon. It's a Water-type user. What did we say about Water-type users, everyone? Grass types beat it. Now moving on, we skip the first gym leader, second gym leader. Be careful with the Aurora. That's all I have to say. But you can easily go neutral with the Tyrant. Karina, none of her Pokemon can actually scratch you. Except for the Hawlucha, but even then, just be careful. Ramos, have anyone heard of a move called Sludge Bomb or Venoshock? Because I don't think he has. Clement, you can easily take on with Venusaur, just be careful. You can take on Valerie like it's nothing, just be careful with the Mawile, but everything else you can easily beat. Olympia, do not even think about Venusaur. And yes, thanks to Mega Venusaur, you can easily take on Wolfric, but I wouldn't recommend it. Bad idea, don't go for it. Oh, like we said, the Kahunas, and we'll talk about Kahunas and the Pokemon. The first two, which is just either, depending on which version, Raticate or Gumshoos, you go neutral with. In Kahuna Hala, you just go neutral with because you're poison. So, woohoo, good job of being poison. Now, moving on, the second trial. Water one, depending on which version you play, is easy. Because Wishy-Washy cannot handle a Venusaur, an Ivysaur with Grass-type moves, depending on how well you play with Venusaur or Ivysaur. While Arachnid, I would not recommend bringing Venusaur in, or Ivysaur, sorry. I want to say Venusaur because, Venusaur's fun. You see, after that, do not even attempt to bring in Ivysaur or Venusaur if you have one by that point, to a battle with either Salazzle or Olo and Marowak. That will end in suffering for you. Don't you dare try to go dark on the screen. See, after that, you basically move on to the Grass Trial. Thanks to your Poison-type moves, you can go through it easily. Now after that, we move on to the Rock-type Trial, and you easily sweep through that because of your Grass-type. Woohoo, good job for being Grass. Next is the third island. Electric, I wouldn't recommend because they both resist Grass, and one of them is immune against Poison, so don't bring in the Venusaur line. Mimikyu, you can easily take on with a few Sludge Bombs to spray the guy to get the Poison. If you get that lucky, I'm impressed. Then, moving on, gotta move fast now. After that, Nanu, you can go neutral with. Kahuna Hapu, you can take her out like it's nothing. Don't bring Venusaur against Neutral Corozma. Kamao, I wouldn't recommend. And Rabombe, you can easily take out with some poison moves. Now moving on to Generation 8. You can beat Milo, you can beat Nessa. You basically won't, I wouldn't recommend Kabu. You can go even with Bay. You can easily take out Opal. Gordy, just be careful. Piers, you can easily go even with. And of course, Ryan, I wouldn't recommend. Of course, Alistair, I wouldn't recommend either, and neither would I Melanie. So, how good was Venusaur in these regions? You'll find out as soon as I record the the Week 4. So I'll see you guys after that. Bye, everyone.